Hey guys, what's up? Bubba's here today with another PoE video. It's a little over 3 days away from the new Bestiary or Pokemon League, Monster Hunter League, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm super excited. Um, but I happened to see some of the balance changes, so I thought I'd do a quick little video about the few balance changes they just released today and kind of my thoughts on them. Um, if you keep watching over the next couple days, when Grinding Gear releases the full patch notes, I'll probably do a video on that, just with my kind of thoughts on it. And I will also be posting a video, probably a day or so before the league starts, of what build I'm going to play, because I haven't decided yet. And also maybe throw in a couple other builds that would be good to start for the start of the league. So keep your eye on that. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get updates for that. But yeah, the league sounds really fun, first of all. And the new ascendancy changes are just amazing. They look really good. A lot of stuff is just buffed. I have heard some people say it's kind of just like a power creep, but that's kind of what you get with these games. At least I can say Path of Exile, I feel, is doing it a little better than what other games like Diablo 3 is doing. I still love Diablo 3, but their power creep of kind of the Paragon system is a little weird, whereas Path of Exiles at least kind of makes sense and makes some little changes to make some classes better. And it's kind of hard in these games to do that. And you have to change stuff. I mean, as much as I would like it to be like it was back in closed beta, where there was only 2 acts, because that's where I had the most fun with the game. Um, the game has to progress. It has to change to keep new people interested, and hopefully keep the older people that have been playing interested. Which, I love the game, so I will continue to play it. Um, but yeah, they released some of the bigger balance changes that are coming in 3.2.0. First of all, one of the things that I figured that was going to happen is no breach. I figured there would come a time when there wasn't going to be breach. As much as everybody loved to just farm breach over and over and over again, I knew that there had to come a time when it wasn't going to be there. But whatever. It is what it is. I think there's a lot of good changes so far just in this first wave of the bigger balance changes they've threw out. Some of the new skills and stuff look like they're going to be fun. So the one thing that does look good is that it says getting your Xena to level 8 is going to be a little bit shorter because now her quests grant some additional reputation. So that's good. I really wish they would just rework the Masters. The Masters were really fun when they first came out in the Forsaken Masters. But now it just kind of seems just repetitive to just do your Masters over and over again at the start of every season. But it's still kind of fun. But it is getting kind of old. I wish they would find a way to just either just keep it, whatever your highest level you get to just stays that way, or something. Or maybe you can't use Masters until you hit like level 60 or until you kill Katava. Maybe you can't like craft stuff at the Masters, because that's kind of why they do it. If you jump into the game during a new season and you can automatically just craft like life and stuff when you're on everything like super easy, like you would just do that and be ready to go. But anyway, at least they're finding a way to make Xena a little bit shorter. Another thing they're adding is this monster rarity damage modifiers. I read this whole thing, but basically all it comes down to is, like they said, the monsters deal reduced damage is actually working properly now. In a lot more cases where, sometimes some things didn't quite work right. But another thing that, like if you get a map mod now that increases damage of monsters and stuff, could be a little more deadly. Um, so that's something that you kind of have to watch out a little bit for now. I don't know how crazy it's going to be, obviously, until we actually play some of that. But it looks like stuff could hurt a little bit now. Um, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see where the monster damage modifiers go to. So another one that I figured was going to happen, even though people were complaining about the Oni-Goroshi, like it's so hard to farm, blah blah blah. I farmed when the Oni-Goroshi came out. Um, I farmed like 10 of these things, 10 or 12. Um, and yeah, I farmed them all pretty quick. I mean, 3-4 hours pretty easily. Um, to get a 6-link starter weapon, like, that's a pretty big deal in my opinion. Especially after playing the Oni-Goroshi. It literally, I mean, it felt like you instantly had what you needed to just fly through the game. Kind of like if you've ever kind of twinked out like a character, put like on some Screaming Eagles, put a Tabula Rasa on, and just like flew through the game. That's kind of what it felt like just having, I played a solo self-found Slayer with the Oni-Goroshi, and yeah, like it just felt like easy mode. So I can kind of see where they're coming from, making this a little harder to get, because, yeah, like at the start of a league, like everybody would probably just farm this and just fly right through the game. I mean, in 4 hours, like a lot of your top players are probably already going to be close to end game anyway, but, a lot of the more casual players would probably rather spend that 4 hours to get a Oni-Goroshi and then just like get to end game super easy without really the need to do much else. So I definitely see where they're coming from, making it a little bit harder to get, but it does say it's going to be a bit more RNG. Um, it says it's going to take a little longer than 4 hours, but they've made it spawn. They've made it spawn less often, but it can spawn at lower levels than before. But it can swing up to a lot higher levels than before. So it kind of seems like to me what they've done is made it to where maybe at a lower level you have a chance to get it, but then as you get higher level of farming, you have a better chance to get it. It seems like what they've done. So, I mean, a lot of people say like, oh, well, you can just get a Tabula Rasa easy. Well, not really. To easily get a Tabula Rasa, you kind of have to get close to end game and, farm the cards, the cards to get the Tabula. Farming at low levels, there are people that while they were killing Hillock actually got a Tabula Rasa, but, I got 10, like I said, 10 or 12 of these Oni-Goroshis, and I didn't get a single Tabula the whole time. So, I mean, that's definitely a lot of luck involved with those people getting a Tabula Rasa while they were farming for this thing. But one thing that I was kind of looking at was, it said at the bottom, oh, and have fun with the 3.2.0 Uber Hillock fight when you do find him. So that's kind of got me thinking, like, what have they done? Have they made him harder to kill? Have they changed him in some way? Or is that just a little troll that they just threw in, like, oh, have fun, to make us think that they've changed it? I don't know. Judging from past comments like this, they've probably changed the fight a little bit. So, like, I really didn't want to farm the Oni-Goroshi any this season, but I might have to just to just to see the new Hillock fight. I don't know. I probably won't do it at the start of season, just because I'd rather get to end game instead of farm for an item off of Hillock. So yeah. But it is what it is. For all of those, I've got tons of comments on my other videos about the Oni-Goroshi. People saying like, "Oh, I farmed for like 3 days. I farmed for 12 hours. I still haven't got one." Sorry to those guys, but it's gonna get a lot harder to get. So next is a big one. Bisco's color nerf went from 50 to 100% down to 35 to 50%. Like they say here, it's not huge because there is diminishing returns on this stuff. Path of Exile is that kind of game where you can't get like fully maxed out stuff. So they say, it's not a huge deal. To me, it's not a big deal because I didn't really use Bisco's collar much. It was just something I didn't really see the need for. I usually got most of the gear and stuff that I wanted anyway, and I'm not one of those people that was like, oh, I gotta make like 500 or 5,000 exalts or whatever this season. Like, I don't care about all that. I just play to have fun, get as far as I get. I try my best to get to like killing the Guardians, killing the Shaper, but if I don't, I don't. It's not a huge thing that I care about. I just enjoy playing the game. Usually I end up making way too many classes and builds. So I never really cared about the Biscos that much. But yeah, some people may be a little mad about that. But the thing that people will probably be even more mad about, some people at least, is the Sextant changes. So from now on, there's going to be limited sextants on your map. There's going to be the base maximum will be 1, and it'll only go up to a maximum of 5. And the way you unlock those is by doing Xena quests and completing bonus objectives. So I don't know. I never really liked the sextant blocking stuff. It just felt, I don't know, felt almost cheating to me, but in a way it was like kind of like you kind of had to do it if you really wanted to sustain maps and gain a lot of currency easy. Like you were pretty much forced to do that. I would rather see them change a little bit with the Atlas instead of doing something like this where they're just blatantly nerfing it, saying, okay, well, you just can't use sextants now. All this is really going to do is those people that are looking for a ton of currency will be spending more currency trying to get their map to roll perfect, because now instead of having like 7 sextants blocking your 5 or 6 sextants on your one map, so that those can roll pretty much perfect sextant mods every time on that one map, people will just be like, oh, put this sextant on, it's bad, put another one on, it's bad, another one on, it's bad, and just keep doing that until they're good, I suspect. So I mean, I guess it'll maybe fix it to where those people will have to spend a lot more on sextants. But I don't know. I think it's a decent update. I think it's going in the right direction. I'm just kind of like, I felt like the sextant thing kind of broke the game for people that utilized it to its fullest potential. Like they would just make, like I said, 5,000 exalts like nothing, just from, sextant mods. So for them, they may be set back a little bit by this, but I feel a lot of casual players either didn't feel like doing it, like I did it some when it first came out, but like last league I didn't hardly sextant block at all. Like I just didn't feel like messing with it. I was like, yeah, that's a dumb thing to do. So I'm just gonna, you know, kind of have fun, check out the new Elder stuff, which I feel was a lot more fun than trying to block one certain map. Um, so I don't know. It doesn't hit me that hard, um, but I do feel that it's a decent change to just help the economy out a little bit to where, you know, maybe some stuff will be a little cheaper now because, or maybe it'll go up. I don't know. I suspect it'll be cheaper because a lot of the like high end stuff, you know, people probably won't be as willing to pay like, you know, millions of exalts for, you know, like some of your like your high end rares and stuff probably won't change too much. But you know, like stuff like your at series disfavors, you know, weapons like that that aren't really affected by sextant blocking. That if you were a high level player, you know, you just put on some crap gear, sextant blocked the map, and farmed up a ton of exalts, and then you know you could afford on like the first week to buy an at series disfavored, no problem. Um, you know, maybe it'll make some of those go a little cheaper. I don't know, but like I said, my take on the whole sextant thing is I just wish they would make it better. The Atlas seems a little boring to me. Um, the Elder stuff is definitely much more fun, I think, than just blocking sextants. Um, because I don't like just. I mean, I say I don't like mindly farming stuff, but I was one of the people back in the D2 days that would just farm Mephisto for like 10 hours a day, like non-stop. So I mean, I guess maybe I've just changed the way I want to play the game, I guess, over the years. But anyway, there it is. Like I said, the full patch notes will be coming out soon. I'll definitely go over those a little bit. And yeah, I'll make another video showing off some builds and stuff that I think would be good for the new league, and also telling you guys what I'm going to be doing. Um, and yeah, that pretty much covers it. Make sure you have any questions, you leave them in the comments, and hit that like button if you like the video. And I will see you guys later this week for more PoE goodness.